Time for 100 dumplings once again. Something I do best. Let me see if there's a way I can. I'm gonna move my other camera. We're gonna move this closer. Yeah. Okay. We got flat hair Marissa today because we, thank you. I went to yoga this morning. I had to change up my whole yoga schedule because of this new job, but luckily I do not have to teach tonight, so I got the whole day off to do everything around the house that I need to do. So tonight I will be going to dinner with my family, with my husband's family. So we'll be having a Chinese New Year dinner, and I figured I would bring my 100 dumplings. I mean, I only have a set amount of items that I can make for gatherings. This is probably like the only one that I feel really confident with that I can bring. So we're gonna make it again. But yeah, delighted to be here. Here, I'm gonna connect my, let's see if this will work. If I connect my, sorry, I think I might be coming down with a cold. This weekend, I relaxed a lot, which was nice. But I think whenever I have a crunch time, like it's crunch time, I'm crunching, doing work, etc. Like, the time of rest afterwards, I feel like my immune system is usually finally off the hook, and when that happens, then I get sick. So I'm kind of worried that I might be sick, but we're gonna put our camera over here. I think that's better. We're also gonna take off I think I'm gonna take off my jacket. It's a little bit restrictive. That's why I like to have it unbuttoned, because she's restrictive. It's cold season, to be fair, and stress makes it 10 times easier for us to catch something. Yeah, absolutely. So, let's see, we've got like 4 hours to crank this out. Hello, Duncan. Yes, I am streaming today. Duncan, 新年快乐, Happy New Year. I guess it's probably reached New Year in China already. And actually, it's interesting. So I'm not supposed to be doing any work today. I think the way my family celebrates it, they celebrate it like when it happens in China, not when it happens here in America. So, oh my God, you have a red envelope for me? Really? Ooh, I love red envelopes. Red envelopes are the most delightful things to receive. I've got a red envelope too. I love, they always have like the red and the gold. Unfortunately, I don't get any red envelopes anymore because I'm married. I'm the one that's supposed to give out the red envelopes. But sometimes my mother-in-law will give them to us anyway because, she'll give them to us just because, she's older, we're younger. Sometimes you'll get some stuff from the people. So upsetting that the rules change after. Well, you gotta be grateful, You gotta give back. Gotta give back to your community. Anyways, I hope everyone's been doing well. I'm just unboxing, unwrapping our. Look at this. I've got this. So this is like 50 dumpling wrappers. And then I've got another package of this. And so we'll be filling 100 dumplings. And for those of you who have gone through and actually counted, it probably is going to be more like 80. But you know what? Who cares? It's 100. I say it's 100 and it's 100. So, it is what it is. But yeah, this is one of my favorite things to do, actually. I really love peeling pomelo. I really love making dumplings. I love making things with my hands. It's so rewarding. So these are like nice little packages that you make. So I'm making the usual recipe, which is a fusion recipe. So They're gonna be pan-fried dumplings, Indian flavor. So Indian spices with chicken. So it's like, whoa, it's different than a dumpling would normally be, you know, with a Chinese flavor to it. But so I'm gonna put the chicken in the bowl. By the way, for those of you who don't know what a red envelope looks like, let me show you. We've got a red envelope on us at all times, just for good luck. Oh, I don't know what this says, but this is what they usually look like. So they usually are red with like the gold. And then if you look inside, woo, actually holy shit, there's $20 in here. I'm gonna spend it. I'll give a red envelope to myself. Thank you, me. Here, me, you take the red envelope. Don't forget to give yourself some love. That's what I was talking about on Valentine's Day. I was like, the most important thing you should do, most important person you should give love to is to yourself.
You are this universe, and you are creating it at every moment.
Wow, Duncan, thank you. You are this universe. Thank you. Wishing me prosperity. Oh, you're so sweet. You are this universe. You know, you are a continuation of this universe. You are the way that this universe expands. The universe expands through you. And I'm always so interested to see what Duncan's creating. I love to stream on, I can't remember if it was Friday or Saturday. Oh, it was Saturday. How's Danica doing? Danica was the one who streamed on Saturday, and it's so iconic. Oh my God. I love how there's different different characters that come onto Duncan's streams. It's always a different experience. And it's really interesting to see, to learn the lore of, the Duncan universe, the Duncanverse. So I met and I learned about Danica this weekend, and I was not disappointed. We became friends. Danica read me some tarot cards. She basically, I feel like she saw right through me with those tarot cards. Like really predicted what was going on. Danica says something about how maybe there's a crayon box, and currently I'm only using a few crayons in the box. There's this whole box that I can use, this whole box of potential. And why should I limit myself to just 2 or 3 colors? And when Danica said that, I was like, holy shit, you're so right. Oh frig. Okay, we're gonna pick this up with our hands. Don't worry, I'm gonna wash my hands. We are very salmonella cautious. We do not want to infect. In fact, I do not like touching raw chicken. It really bothers me. It really bothers me. Okay, going to remove that. Now we're gonna wash our hands off. Ew. Gross. Ew. Ew, disgusting. Okay. Hold on, I'm contaminated. I must remove the contamination from my hands. Okay. I dated somebody once who said he washed everything only with water. Like no soap. He washed everything with water. He was actually the one who taught me how to make dumplings. However, that really bothered me that he never used soap to wash any of his dishes. So like even after he used like raw meat or whatever, he would just literally use water and then put it on the rack. Like hand wash it with water. That was one of the reasons why we broke up, actually. I was like, I cannot handle this. I'm so sorry. Like, I can't. Anyway, Duncan says she's back in space, thank goodness. Earth can relax now. Yes, we can take a deep breath because, Danica, she's a lot. She's got a lot to say. She's got a lot of energy that she, and she is something to be experienced, that's for sure. But now the aliens have her again. The aliens can have her for now. Did he at least use baking soda or vinegar? Just literally just water. Literally just water. And when he told me, like, I was like, I thought he was joking, and he wasn't joking. So, soap breaks up the fat molecules that bind to surfaces. Right? So, I noticed that there was like kind of a film. There was kind of like a film around his dishes. Like it was, and like, you know, it was like the metal wasn't quite shiny. There was, you know, it's kind of like when you hand wash dishes, but you don't hand wash them well enough. Right? You can notice that something starts to kind of build up, or it's like not quite clean. That's kind of what all his dishes felt like. And oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Humans invented soap for a reason. I mean, like, I know that we have a problem with like antibiotic resistance and whatever. I know that's an issue, but like, you could just use soap, like regular soap. Doesn't have to be antibacterial or anything. You just like all it needs to do is exactly what Duncan was mentioning, which was bind to the fat particles and help the water wash them away. That's what it does, right? I'm trying to look for my salt. Where's my salt? Oh, it's right here. Okay. I found the salt. Also, the recipe's on my phone. So, my phone's being used for the camera. So hopefully we remember the recipe. Sam says antibacterial soap doesn't have anything to do with antibiotic resistant bacteria. Okay, please educate us. I do not know how it works. I am not a medical professional or a scientific professional. I did get a biology degree at one point, but that's all gone out the window. All the out. It's gone out of my brain. It's left. If the bacteria figures out how to be resistant to alcohol, that's a whole different issue. Yeah, like I wasn't saying that was true. I'm just saying that's why people often avoid soap. I didn't necessarily believe it was true or not. But thank you for educating us. Appreciate it. Let's see, what did everybody else say? Everyone else said, Eclectic says, she was just opening your eyes to how amazing you are and how we all view you in such a power. You're so nice. Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. Okay, so we're doubling the recipe, so we need 1 teaspoon of paprika, so I'm doing 2 teaspoons. And I usually do a heaping teaspoon, because I like my spice. I like it to be spicy. Now, let's see. We need garam masala powder. And unfortunately, I was supposed to use turmeric, but I don't have any turmeric. So we're gonna add some extra curry powder. Anyways, I wonder, so today I kind of had a question of the day a little bit. The question was mostly like, is there anything you're making progress on these days? What are you making progress on these days? So I'll type it out. Let's see. Oops. I don't have my nice keyboard down here. I'm on my laptop, so. Okay. My question is, what are you making progress on these days? Because you know, these days I've kind of been feeling a bit impatient. A little bit impatient, a little bit disappointed with how far I've come. As Sam says, making progress on watching my stream more. Thank you. Thank you. That's something. Well, do you ever feel disappointed by how far you've come? Like, these days I'm feeling a bit discouraged, a bit disappointed, with how far my stream has come and how far, like, my art project, dude. Okay, have a good meeting, Sam. my art project this progress is like a snail's pace. It is like, so we tried to do the plaster and the plaster failed again. And so what I ended up doing, luckily, I had the clay and I put the clay back on I put it on top of the mold, and I think that that's going to actually work to make a mold. We'll see. We're waiting for it to dry, but the whole process so far has taken probably like a couple months just to make a mold. We're not even at the stage of the mushrooms yet. And like, you know, I need to not be so impatient. You know, the point is, I'm not like complaining. The point is that we need to not be so impatient. Progress is very, 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 very slow. And it's easy to get impatient when you see the results of other people's labor. This is why when I was talking about heated rivalry, I love that show. Don't get me wrong, I love that show. I love the gay hockey players. I was about to say figure skaters. Sometimes we confuse hockey with figure skating. There wasn't really any hockey in that show to begin with. But you're seeing like the results of like years of dedication and grinding, right? All condensed into a few minutes. And it's easy to look at that and be like, oh shit, why haven't I succeeded at anything, right? And it's easy for like, if you're a Twitch streamer, to look at other streamers and become, I wouldn't say envious, but like you see them and you're like, wow, why have I not, you know, why am I not that cool? Why am I, you know, and listen, I know that we shouldn't compare ourselves, but it does happen. It does happen, right? It happens sometimes whether we want it to happen or not. And like what you're seeing is the result of, oh, sorry, my camera is, move this back over here. What you're seeing is the result of hours of grinding, hours of sitting alone, typing away, making an overlay, watching other streamers, learning from other streamers, practicing, doing research on like what thing's going to be entertaining. It's hours of work. Okay, like with streamers like Eclecte, with streamers like Duncan, like they are putting hours of work into their streams, right? And it's easy because like they make it look effortless. They really do. And that's how you know it's a really good streamer. And so basically what I wanted to say was like, don't compare yourself to other streamers. Don't compare yourself to other people in general. Because even with streaming, even when some streamers make things look effortless or look easy, it by all means is not easy. Maybe in the rare case of like, you know, because Queso always says, oh, it's easy, it's so easy. Maybe it is for him. I mean, he does have natural charisma, right? And he's also been extremely lucky. And he's even mentioned that he's been extremely lucky. But some people are just gifted with natural charisma and talent. But also I think he's really humble. So I think that he's just underselling himself and how much work he probably puts into his streams. So, let's see. Duncan says, I'm trying to make progress and managing taking care of myself and using my time effectively. Sometimes they align, sometimes they're at odds. Hopefully I'm getting better at the balance. Yes. Taking care of yourself and using your time effectively. Yeah. And doing all that without burning out can be a very challenging thing. I'm glad you're working towards something though. I wish you the best of luck. Yeah, it's difficult sometimes to, I recently in the past couple of years started really taking care of myself for the first time. Like previously I would just like self-annihilate constantly. And I'm lucky because I was doing that at a very young age, so like my body could handle it. I'm glad I took myself out of that pretty early, but I'm really hoping you'll start to notice like positive changes when you take care of yourself more, because I certainly have. Even just like in terms of like being nice to yourself. Like this is the first time in my life I've genuinely been nice to myself and genuinely like given myself compassion and grace. And it feels good. It feels really good. It took us a while to get there, but we're trying. Okay, so look, we mixed it all up. Eclectic says, yes, I'm turning 29 this year, and I feel so discouraged with where I am in life. Yeah, it's easy to... Girl, I know. I know what you're talking about. Okay, I'm taking this off. Here. All right, we're taking this off for now. Put the festive jacket on, back on when we're, when we're like it, I guess. I spend so much time worrying about how they're seeing and how I see myself that I've become trapped in a terrible cycle. I've lost what makes me me. I'm currently working on freeing myself from the fear of judgment and the fear of being bad at things. And I'm finally jumping into everything I want to be. That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. And that sounds like something you should do. Absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna shift mine. Okay, we're shifting our... Hold on, let me think about this. Because I've got this like tiny little part of the countertop that I can put my legs underneath without getting squished. Listen, leg space is very important. Being able to stretch out your legs, very important. Okay, so we're moving everything over. Moving all this over. We got our stuff. We're gonna put half of it in a separate bowl, and I'm gonna put it in the fridge because like I said, I'm very worried about food poisoning. So we're gonna just put half of it in the fridge. The other half of it will be here. And I put my microphone. Whoops. You probably didn't hear any of that. Hello. I've got my microphone, sorry. Let me put it back on. Okay. Put that in the fridge. I do not have any room in the fridge. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Duncan says progress is also non-linear. So if you hyper focus on the goal, you're missing all the subtle changes that are occurring. Yes, I often have a problem with hyper focusing on the goal. Absolutely. I always have an idea of what I want things to look like in my head, and if it doesn't look like that immediately, like if my stream doesn't look like that immediately, if my art project doesn't look like that immediately, then I'm like tempted to just give up, right? And but then I don't notice any of the good changes that I've made, right? Any of the small changes. I'm not being very reflective, right? And I think that's crucial, is to constantly reflect on, where you're coming from. Hello, Orange. Good afternoon. We're talking about progress. Eclectic says, all of us are on our own path, yet we're all here together. Nothing any of us do is easy. No. We're putting our heart and soul into our work on here, all of us. We should never discredit any of ourselves by comparing our chapters to other people's chapters. I'll say this even though I'm spiraling every day because of... Yeah. Well, I love how you're honest. You're like, yeah, in theory this, in practice this. That's how I always am too. Okay, let me demonstrate what we're doing. So, we've got our scoop, just a tiny bit. You want to scoop it in. This might be... I think this is enough. Now you put water around the outside. Is it... Okay, wait. Let me make sure it... it zooms in. I'm gonna make sure, I guess I'll turn autofocus on. It might just like constantly blur in and out, but whatever. Okay. Autofocus is on. Okay. Autofocus on. Duncan says, celebrating others has a direct impact on my own well-being. I feel like putting good energy and attention to others makes me feel good. It's a reciprocal thing. And Duncan, I am so appreciative of when I can tell. And other people feel it, and other people, I feel like when I'm in your stream and you are giving love to someone else, like I can feel the love radiating out of you. Okay, so basically what I'm doing is I'm like folding this like this. I'm not very good at explaining, and then you push it all together. And the first one's gonna be really shitty, but that's okay. Oh, and it might explode like that. Don't look at it, okay? Don't look at that one. We're gonna try a different one. I usually end up making like perfect ones by the 100th one, but the first one is always like, the first one is special. So, okay. And it didn't help that I wasn't looking. Ideally, I'd pull it up. Ideally, I'd not be filming myself. We're gonna be honest with you. Like, if I was not filming myself, I would be able to do this a lot better. But you know, so I'm pulling it to my face. I'm gonna just do this second one really quick, and then we're gonna work on filming ourselves. This thing is way too big. Okay, we are gonna move everything over. Moving this. Moving the camera over like that. We're moving this camera over here. And then we're moving the chat over like this. Okay. And then we're good. Okay. See, that one looks better. And then you can just kind of go around the outside like that. See that? Oh, you're not seeing it. Hold on. See, that one looks better. This one's, you know what? This one's garbage. We're throwing this one out. This one's garbage. It's okay. If it's garbage, it's garbage. I'm going to put it in the composter. I'm going to scoop the chicken stuff out because I don't want to waste that. But I'm just going to put this in the composter later. Okay. What'd I do? Oh, yeah, that was from when the mic swapped. Oops. Sorry, guys. I'm behind on chat. You guys, I've noticed, can I be honest with you? I've noticed that when I'm paying attention to all making the stream really, really good, is actually when I feel like I'm providing the worst experience. And when I'm not hyper-focused on the sound and the camera and everything perfect, I feel like I'm actually able to focus on being more entertaining. And now that's an interesting balance to have to navigate. Okay. Duncan says, comparison is natural, like Marissa mentioned, and I don't think it's a bad thing. Yeah, it just means you're being mindful of how your own actions are perceived in relation to others. Comparison is just an acknowledgement of someone's place in their social strata. It can be toxic, but it can also boost and lift us up, but questioning if we're good enough is also natural. Yes. You know what? I'm done feeling like I'm broken, like there's something wrong with me. I'm instead moving into a direction of like acknowledging and respecting where things come from and not hating myself for them. My whole life I've hated myself for like being a people pleaser and like giving, constantly comparing myself. And I'm realizing now that actually, like, I feel like it even makes it worse. Like, telling everyone I'm a people pleaser, telling everyone that I struggle with comparing myself to others, I feel like it really just manifests that into reality and makes other people think that, I don't know, like, the more I feel like I talk about my flaws, in a self-hating way, the more I feel like people see that as weakness in you, and it will continue to that weakness will continue to manifest. Now, when I say weakness, everyone has weaknesses. Everyone has flaws. I was talking about this with my English class, actually. We were discussing the lyrics of a Skin Shape song called Amnesia. And I love it because our theme was self-esteem. And we were discussing what does self-esteem mean and how it means, like, it doesn't mean ego. It doesn't mean, narcissism. It means valuing yourself. And the Skin Shape song is talking about how we have amnesia he tends to take a panpsychic view of, like we are all connected to one source, which is God, kind of a Hindu, kind of a Buddhist ideal. But anyway, the lyrics are like, we don't know that we're perfect. It's just a fact. So he starts out with saying, like, we don't know that we're perfect. We've forgotten our perfect nature. We're perfect just as we are. And then in the end, he says, like, it's just a fact that we're selfish. It's just a fact that, and in a different chorus, he says, it's just a fact that we're lazy. And he's not saying it like selfish and lazy. When you call yourself selfish, when you call yourself lazy, usually you mean in a really negative and bad way. But he was saying it in a way of like, this is just the way it is. Like it's not good or bad. It's just like you need to accept that humans have certain, like, fundamentally we have some things that make us lazy, that we have some things that make us selfish, and we don't need to like hate ourselves for it. We need to just accept that, yeah, sometimes I'm gonna be lazy, sometimes I'm gonna be selfish, and that's okay. And I really liked that song and that description. Anyway, sorry, that was a long ramble. Okay, Orange, I'll show you the wrapping technique again. Thank you, Eclecte. Oh, you stop. You're so nice. Thank you. And yes, we feel the same way about you, Eclecte. We can tell. I promise you, we can tell. It is easy to tell. It might not feel like it, but it is easy to tell when somebody cares a lot about their Twitch stream, okay? I can tell. Sometimes I need to remind like myself of that. I always hold myself to different standards than other people. Yeah. Let's see. Hello, Bunny. How are you? Sorry, I'm a bit behind on the chat. Oh, we're just giving love. We're receiving love today. I love it. Post Valentine's Day, giving and receiving love. Okay, look at this. So we take it, we pinch it, pinch, like push it and pinch it, push it and pinch it. And look, it doesn't have to be perfect. And is my technique perfect? No, probably not, but it works. So, and then we've got all this, and then we just kind of like, we just push it all together like that, and then you can kind of like put your thing in a circle like that, and then it's finished. Does this look like regular dumplings? No, probably not, but it's mine. It's my dumplings. I made them. This is the way my dumplings look. Okay? They're not going to look like anybody else's. They look like mine. That needs a bit more. And yes, so my husband is able to absolutely demolish these. So I'm bringing them to a New Year's party tonight. So half of them are going to be used at the New Year's party, and then the other half are going to be absolutely demolished by my husband. So usually, yeah, I would freeze them, but they're gonna be gone. They're gonna be gone within like the next few days. So, you know. And you know, if a tiny bit spills out of the top, that's okay. Like it's not the end of the world. It's gonna be fine. Oh, sending more. Hello, Tranquillus. We're cooking again today. Welcome to my cooking stream. We cooked 3 times in a row. Tranquillus says just delete social media, chug a white monster, and hit the bench press. Okay, I'll pass on the white monster, but I've been Tranquillus. You'll be happy to know that. Look, I've been working on my shoulder strength. You can barely even see it. It's like twig arms still. I'm pretty happy about it. I'm pretty happy. Are we at being able to do a single push-up yet? No. Okay, we can't do 1 push-up yet, but the goal remains the same. I'm still working towards doing 1 push. I'm convinced there's something wrong with my anatomy. I think it's just because my spine be long. My spine be hella long. Like, oh my god. I also have scoliosis. You know what? I'm making excuses. Sorry, never mind. It's gonna happen. We're gonna do a single push-up soon. And when I show you, you're gonna be so amazed. And then we're gonna move from 1 push-up to 1 pull-up, and it's gonna be awesome. So, but yeah, I definitely agree with the delete social media bit. Is Skin Shape a band? Yes, Orange. Skin Shape is my favorite band. Absolute bangers. Every single one of their songs, absolute banger. Like when I tell you the amount of transcendental experiences I've had listening to Skin Shape. Yes. Can I get a yes in the chat? Can I get a yes? I'm really feeling like stim into that right now. Yes. All right. Fun.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes. That's what Skin Shape songs make me feel like. Hello, Dom. Hi, Dom. Sorry, I'm behind in chat.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. We're hitting dumpling flow state here. Yeah, we're trying to. Because I do have a very limited amount of time. I do have very, very limited time. No, we've got, let's see, 3 hours. We got 3 hours, it's fine. But I do have to do all 100 and then cook all of them and then make the sauce for them. So we do need to achieve flow state pretty soon. And that's the thing. That's what I was saying earlier about like when I'm paying attention to all the things going right in Twitch, I'm not achieving flow state. When I'm not paying attention to it, when I'm just like fucking going off, when I'm going off stream of consciousness, that's when I'm achieving flow state, baby. Stream of consciousness, baby. Let's go. Anyways, so be nicer to yourself, everyone, please. Quick prayer to the dumpling gods. Yes. May they bless us in our dumpling creation. Okay, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so I have things I want to add to my stream. I want to continue my art project. It's just I have to be content with. You need to just look at times like these. It's the marathon in the middle. Like all of your initial energy was burned out. You don't see the finish. You don't see the end results. You're just kind of grinding. You're just kind of like, you just keep going. The end is not in sight, but you just have to keep trying and going anyway. That's kind of how my life is feeling like right now. I'm just in the marathon in the middle. Just like crunching. I've got 1 more week of English classes. Oh, thank you. My family says 新年快乐, but yes, 恭喜发财 to all our Southern Chinese individuals, all of our Cantonese speaking individuals. We're chilling with some Southern Chinese folks tonight. It's cool to see the difference in culture. You cannot, so like, it's my brother-in-law and his wife. His wife is the one who's from Southern China, and like their parent and her parents. And her parents don't really speak English. They only speak Cantonese. And I keep having the illusion that you can speak Mandarin to them, and it's like, no, you can't. It's completely different. Like, it's like speaking two different languages. They don't even say ni hao. Like, it's just like, yeah, it's different. So we just like smile and wave, and we say hello. We talk to them in English, actually. I think it's better to talk to them in English than to talk to them in Mandarin. In Mandarin, if you talk to them in Mandarin, it's almost a little bit condescending in a way. Because like the Chinese administration, Beijing really wants all of China to be uniform in their language, and so they're trying to kind of basically force everybody to speak Putonghua or Mandarin to conform. And it's a shame because there's so many different dialects in the Chinese language. I mean, there's 52 different ethnic groups, so think about that. And I would say almost just as many like dialects in different languages. And so there's so much value and richness there. And so anyway, it should be celebrated and enjoyed. Oh, interesting. I haven't heard that one at Collecte before. That one must be Cantonese as well. I haven't heard that one. It means something about prosperity. Yeah, wishing you wealth and prosperity. But if you say 新年快乐, it means New Year, happy. 快乐 means happiness will quickly come. So like Happy New Year literally means Happy New Year. So yeah, it's gonna be Year of the Horse. Which this is very important. So like my husband and I are considering having kids soon, but it's important to consider what year it is. And horse is unfortunately not a year that is very compatible with us. So I'm Year of the Tiger, he's Year of the Pig. And there's a few different charts you can look at that shows like if you have a child during this year, you know, is that compatible or not? And apparently horse is not compatible. But the year after, I think is Year of the Monkey or something. I don't look that far ahead. He really wanted a dragon baby, which I think it was we just barely had Year of the Dragon, or it was like last year or something. And I was like, no. I am not ready. I am not ready yet. Not yet. But perhaps next year. Oh shit. Oh my god, next year, is that crazy? Or what? That's crazy. That is crazy. Sometimes sometimes it hits me like a wave, like, oh my god. Next year, I may be pregnant. That's crazy. I just barely have the body that I want to have. You know, right now I'm very happy as far as like my exercise progress and my physical progress. I'm the most physically healthy that I've ever been. But that's all gonna go out the window. Well, not really, but kind of. It's all gonna change. You know what? Gotta be okay with it. Eclecte is an ox, and Bunny is a rooster. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, my husband tends to take the compatibility very seriously. Like okay, we can't have a child in the year of the horse. It's not going to be good. So I'm spared for one more year. 27 is the goat, specifically the fire goat. Oh, okay, so it's goat. Okay, and that one wasn't too bad. That one doesn't seem too bad, according to his standards. I'm not somebody who usually is really like believes these things wholeheartedly, but I do value the cultural richness, and I do respect like my husband's observance of these. What's a word that's better to say than superstition? I don't know. I don't know what's a good word to say that's not superstition. Doesn't have the negative connotation. Anyway, his observance of these practices, I respect them. And oh, sorry, I know the camera's not really on me doing the folding. Here, we're gonna zoom in. You're not sure if there's a different word. Okay. Yeah, I don't know either. But yeah, my husband's very superstitious about numbers and about Chinese years. And that's pretty common in Chinese culture. So, gotta make sure it's a good number. Nothing must be 4. He doesn't even want to have like 4 breadsticks. If it's like 4 breadsticks, 4 chicken nuggets, like no. He won't allow it. He'll force me to make 5. It's interesting if you know, so like most hotels in China do not have a 4th floor, but the Beijing hotel does have a 4th floor. Why? Because they want Westerners to come there. They don't have a 13th floor in the Beijing hotel, if I remember correctly. I thought that was funny. I mean, no Chinese person's gonna want to stay on the 4th floor, so they must just put all the Westerners on the 4th floor. Yeah, China's popping off these days. China is the future. I wholeheartedly believe that. China is the future. They know what they're doing. Do you believe any numerology? So my husband does, but I don't, unfortunately. I tend to just I've always everything since the beginning I've believed in terms of fear and guilt. And so I feel like I'll approach anything with fear and guilt, and I'm done doing that. So I've kind of rejected everything in my life that requires like superstition. It's kind of been ruined for me, if I'm gonna be honest with you. There must be some. Oh, Dom. Wait. Okay, I have to tell you about what happened on Sunday. So we had an interesting workshop on Sunday. It was about human design. Have you heard of human design before? Have you seen the human design charts? It is elaborate. No, it is elaborate. It's based on the I Ching. I don't know. It's a Chinese thing. There's like 60 something gates. I don't know if that's related to Confucianism or traditional Chinese medicine, but anyway. So it's kind of like a mix between chakras and the I Ching. And so the lady was describing it to us, and she said that personally it helped her, it changed her life, and that had so much meaning to her life. I'm like, that's great. Good for you. I'll need to show you the chart, but it's very elaborate. I mean, so you've got the 9 chakras, and then each one is connected by these like channels that go out to different gates. And so they connect to the different chakras, and like it's like this diagram of like from the head to the body, and you'll just see like this network of channels that go across, and like all these numbers, and like, whoa. It's also based on star signs, and like when the minute you were born, you know, so based on the minute you were born, that determines, it's basically an argument for determinism. They argue that based on the minute you were born, the position of the sun, the moon, the etc., that determines who you are indefinitely. Like your chart, your human design chart will always stay the same. I thought it was interesting. However, I left. I left after an hour because they lost me. I get lost. I get lost when I'm feeling like the person is just kind of like, I don't know. The woman was nice, but she wasn't really good at teaching things. She just kind of was rattling off all these numbers, and it just didn't really make sense. And then she started like saying like energies and alignment and your aura field, and it was too much. I was like, I can't be here. So we left. It was a presentation. Yes, it was a presentation. It was a she was trying to sell us her service so that she would be able to, you know, help people if they're interested in finding their human design. And so that's cool. And if I'm trying not to come off with judgment. However, it's really hard for me. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's really, really hard for me because like I have these moments where I imagine my parents or like somebody looking down on me, looking down on and seeing me from a third person perspective and being like, what the fuck are you doing right now? I realize that's extremely judgmental. I know, okay, it's just like I'm feeling this like I have this immense pressure to approach this from as rational the only way that, you know, my family or kind of mainstream society tends to accept things is that they're presented in a very rational, logical way, right? And so I just know that if my parents saw me doing that, you know, practicing witchcraft or like, you know, talking about the auras and the chakras, they just think I'm being delusional. And I know that that's the practice of that is not delusional. I mean, that's not my point. My point is that I get into these headspaces where I can't be there. I can't, because I feel the generational trauma. I feel the generational judgment weighing over me, and it clouds my ability to focus and listen to a person who's probably trying to be genuine and trying to, you know, educate people and whatnot. Yeah, and I'm not trying to say I judge people who do that. I'm not trying to say that that's, you know, not a good way of looking at the world. It's a completely valid way of looking at the world. It's just like my parents think I'm going to hang out with a bunch of hippies and do drugs and like practice witchcraft and like be degenerates and like like there's all these things attached to that. So I'm trying as much as I can to escape from that. And like what I need to escape from is being attached to what my parents think. I know that. But no, that's too hard. I would rather just like communicate to them the proper way. I would love to just please everyone. That's so much easier. Dom says, for me, it's another case of like ancient ideas. Maybe something there, but we only see dudes tripping out over seeing 111, etc. I think it's perfectly valid to come at it from a critical point of view, and like it's always important to ask yourself whenever you're in this kind of presentation to consider like, okay, who am I with? What is this person trying to do? Like, oh, I'm so sorry, there's ads right now. Frick. Okay, so I'm amongst people who are searching for meaning. Okay, that puts us in a very vulnerable state, right? And then the person giving the presentation they're doing it for free, which is nice, but they are aiming to sell us a product, right? They're aiming to sell us a product. That's what's happening. And so you do need to kind of like think about it and like, okay, can I still get meaning from this? Like, independently of what this person is saying, like she may be saying whatever she wants to like get me to get her service, right? But if what she's saying resonates with you and is like, oh, I think that I would get a ton of meaning from this, then like, yeah, go for it. But you just got to be really careful. Let's see. Dom says, sometimes I feel similar where something seems valid, but just due to personal associations, it doesn't feel like it suits me. Yeah. Yeah, and I think there's nothing wrong with like recognizing that something isn't meant for you. And not everything's meant for you. Not all wisdom, not all knowledge is meant for you. And I don't think it's wrong to leave the room if you feel like you're not able to engage with the material fully. Like if you're just sitting there and you're being clouded by, you're feeling all this judgment come in, and that's what I was doing. I was feeling all this judgment come in. I was feeling like my eyes roll. I was feeling like I was like sighing, and I wasn't engaged. And the person who was giving the presentation probably could sense that. And so what was I doing? I was actually doing a disservice to her by being there, but being there in a negative way. Like, it would be better if I was not there, if I removed myself, because she's trying to pour out her heart and soul into and if people are being disrespectful, which I was sensing the disrespectfulness come in me, like, and that's a big reason why I left, because I didn't want to be disrespectful. I didn't want to make her feel like what she was doing was silly, like, you know what I mean? So, Eclectic says, my childhood trauma lingers in my day-to-day too, always wanting their approval and scared of being judged by my parents. So I don't actually have a relationship with them anymore, so it's strange I care so much. These things are really strongly ingrained in our psyche, in our way of thinking, and they're not easily removed. And again, it could be generational. So you may store generational trauma within you. And I don't know if that's something you can permanently work through or heal from. And especially with me, like, I do keep my family in my life because I do love them, and I know they love me. And love, I know, that's not the only reason why you should keep somebody in your life. There's other reasons, but one of the consequences of that is that I do have to be constantly reminded of where I came from. It does constantly remind me of, a lot of the negative, the patterns, the judgment, um, the things I overcame. I have to be reminded of that when I keep a relationship with them, because I can't expect them to change fully. I can't expect them to fully change. They're very set in their ways. And so you just have to decide. You have to decide with your family, like on your terms, what kind of relationship you're going to have with them. Like, I know my husband kind of feels a different way because he tends to be, more of have more of a Confucian outlook on like valuing family and like you owe your parents for your life kind of thing, which we've talked about before. I don't necessarily share that sentiment. I think your family is something you choose, and it's something you can choose your biological family, absolutely. But I do think it requires a choice and a negotiation and a compromise. Dom says, it's funny to notice that mind state, though. Like, mine is just dismissing everything. I know. Dom, literally, yeah, it's interesting to be noticing that. And you try and get out of it and whatever, right? Oh, crap. Okay, hold on. Sorry, 1 second. My computer is going off. Okay, there we go. You can just, it's almost like everything cuts you with a knife. Like everything the person says, you're tempted to like roll your eyes or like, and sometimes the solution to that is to just leave. Like sometimes the solution is to realize that you cannot change. Like I tried to sit there and I tried to like meditate and I tried to like, let go of those thoughts as they were coming in and just, but they just kept coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. And at one point I just had to say like, okay, either I can stay here and endure this and continue to be, and eventually let a disrespectful mannerism come out, or I can leave. And so I decided to leave. You can always leave. Just quit. People need to embrace quitting more. People need to embrace leaving more. Just leave. Thank you. Judgment is hammered into us, and noticing it and taking action is a great step. Thank you. I hope so. I relate to this. My parents are still in my life at a distance, and my past is always lingering because of it. Yeah, when you keep people in your life that remind you of your past, like that's just what's gonna happen. Like if you keep people in your life that you have negative memories with, those negative memories will persist. Those negative aspects will persist. So you need to kind of weigh out what's worth it and what's not. Does my husband have many siblings? No, he has. So, well, he's got 3 brothers, 3 half brothers. So both his parents had. So his dad had 2 sons. His mom had 1 son, and then together they had him. And they're all 20 years older than him. So he was basically kind of like an only child. Like his brothers are my parents' age. They're like 50. So quite a difference there. We're closer with his nieces and nephews than we are with like his parents. I mean his brothers. So yeah, he grew up alone. He was the only one that was born here in the United States. His brothers were born in China. So that adds another layer of difference of Yeah, to a further extent, to an extent, you are further biasing yourself. Yeah, I think it's important to recognize bias and to recognize that you cannot. As much as I would like to be open-minded in every single situation, sometimes I can't. Sometimes I can't. Because sometimes you can't be open-minded and be and take care of yourself. Sometimes you have to prioritize taking care of yourself. Anyway, so that was a long thing, but so that was what happened on Sunday, yesterday, I guess. And then, what else did I do this weekend? The weekend is the time for chores. I had my spiritual Sunday, which was always nice, always fun. Ooh, I watched, well, maybe I shouldn't share that. Yeah, yesterday was spiritual Sunday, Dom. As usual, it was amazing and transcendent. So, loved it. Absolutely loved it. No notes. 10 out of 10. We did yoga. I did yoga. I love doing yoga. Dom, yoga, it's amazing. It's so good. Especially as I get stronger and I feel all my muscles. I'm working a lot on mobility and moving my muscles in like all directions. And like, I'll just be rolling around on the fucking floor. Like, yes, I'm doing poses that are like conventional, but then other times I'm just like, oh, my body would like to move this way. Okay, I'm gonna move it this way. Or I'll just like lay down on the floor and like just freaking like make sure to stretch out my entire, like, all the fascia, all the spinal, you know, the spine. Just make sure everything has had its turn to like get that tension out, just like get it all out of me. That's my favorite part of Spiritual Sunday. And then I've got my ritual where I take a bath, I light some candles. So while I'm doing the yoga, I'm listening to my skin shape, which, God, it's so good. It's so good. Listening to skin shape, I feel like a fucking goddess. I wish I could feel like that all the time. I wish I could feel, sometimes it persists until Monday, which some of it's persisting right now. It usually fades by Tuesday. Usually it fades by Tuesday or Wednesday. So we're back to just being ordinary again. But in the moment, I feel like a fucking goddess. I feel like I can actually achieve anything. And I wish for all of you to be able to experience that feeling. I wish for all of you to be able to experience that, because that is when you feel good in your body, when you feel powerful and strong and like strong in the sense of like, I prefer to be graceful strong. I don't enjoy like the pull-ups and the push-ups and the you know, like, I'm not that kind of exerciser. I'm more of the like, let's make beautiful pose. Let's contort our body in interesting ways. I like doing it. Let's like spread out our limbs and see and experiment like with different balancing. Like I was practicing with balancing on my I was like, I had my toes, I was on my tippy toes, and I was like practicing like standing on my toes and then like bending down and going down, and the balancing of like crouching down. I'm still on my tippy toes, crouching down, and then coming up again. Just like even an exercise as simple as that, it can give you such a dopamine rush when you like when you like are balancing, just, I think balancing and mobility is crucial for longevity. So Dom, usually I go for an hour. On my regular everyday yoga, I do maybe like 20 or 30 minutes. So I do that. I do 20 or 30 minutes, but on my Sundays, I'll do an hour. And then like on my hot yoga days, I do an hour. So I'm doing 3. So before I was doing 1 hot yoga session and like 30-minute yoga, maybe like 3 times a week. But recently I've moved up, to 3 hot yoga sessions a week. That has, when I tripled my amount of exercise that I'm doing, and that has been really key. So I'm doing 3 hot yoga sessions a week, and then 20-minute, sometimes 30 minutes on like my off days. But sometimes on the off days I just don't. And then on Sunday I do just an hour of just fucking whatever my body wants to do, that's what it does. Listening to music, just whatever. You find weights pretty satisfying? Well, I love that for you. If you find weights satisfying, that's great. Dom, for some reason, I got so burned when because I did a weight class. I did a weight class a while ago, and I was doing it pretty regularly. I was doing it like 3 times a week. And I think I absolutely destroyed my fingers and my toes, my feet. Because what we're doing, we had bars, right? So we had like the metal bar and like the weights attached to it. And then like we would do like lifting up and like, oh no, you had your power go out? I'm glad it's back. Sorry about that. We're talking about lifting weights and how lifting weights is not my thing, but it is Dom's thing. I'm glad for Dom. But like for 3 months, my hands were sore and my toes were sore. I thought I had permanently fucked up my hands and my toes. I thought I like gave myself arthritis. I don't know what I did because I wasn't even doing that difficult of weights, but I must have been grabbing it too intensely. And like, yeah, I don't know, dude. So I can't do weights because I'm too scared. I'm like, I don't want to injure my hands or my toes again. I'm guessing my shoes were inappropriate, like they were just not the right size. I think my toes were colliding with the end of the shoe, and that was what's causing my toe injury. And then my hand injury, I was gripping the bar too tight and I wasn't wearing gloves or anything. If you're just starting, you need to ease yourself into it. Real. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I should have done that. I just, when I get into exercise kicks, I'm like, all right, I'm doing it 3 times a week. I'm doing it, just as aggressively as everyone else. This is a huge mistake, you guys. Do not try the other poses as everyone else if you sense that it's not going to work out for you. Just don't. That's how you get injured every time. Like, if you're seeing a pose that looks kind of complex, like if you want to try it out, you got to do it as slowly as humanly possible because you don't know. If you try and launch yourself into it like the other people.
What's up, Beijing?
What's up, Beijing? Hello, Refly. 新年快乐. Happy New Year. We're making dumplings once again. You know what it is. Collector says, I can't do any HIIT workouts, so weightlifting is best for me. Oh, you can't do any high intensity interval. Everybody's body is different. Just find the exercise that works the best for you. I just found that for me, I need a very low impact exercise. And I started at the bottom. Like I started with like I would do yoga videos at home. I would do a yoga video at home for like it would be like super simple yoga. Sorry, I only speak Cantonese. Okay, fine. That's the one that Ekwekte said. I have not heard of that one. That's crazy. Cool. Maybe I'll say that. I'll say that to the Cantonese speakers tonight at the party. Yeah, I'll say it to the Cantonese because I'm going to a party with some Cantonese speakers. I'll whip that one out. Although I don't know what the tones are on that one. Is it like Gong Hei Fa Choi? Something like that. Whip them out. I'm gonna whip it out. Yeah, whip it out. Yeah, I'm excited to practice my Chinese again tonight. It's gonna be awesome. It's like my mother-in-law she speaks Mandarin, and so we're gonna be speaking together. I haven't seen my mother-in-law in a while. I hope she's impressed with my dumplings. She's tried my dumplings once, and I think she liked them. She really liked the sauce that goes with these. So I succeeded. Yeah, I succeeded. I keep pushing it over to the edge. Oh well, it's fine. Great. We're gonna put this all together. I need to make some more tea. I need to. Okay, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the rest of these. So this is only half of it, and then we're gonna like take a break, make some tea. You know, maybe do some stretching. Yes. Okay. So Duncan, later I'm gonna be making an Indian sauce, like a curry sauce. So this is a fusion. So we added like some curry spices to the filling, and then we're gonna making the sauce out of onions, tomato paste, coconut milk, and like Indian spices. So it's like a vegan. So if you guys are vegan, I would use this recipe. I'll share it. I'll share it in my Discord. Obviously the dumplings themselves aren't vegan, but if you know how to make vegan dumplings, you can make the sauce with them. So. Oh yeah, my throat's getting so dry. I need a liquid of some kind. I'm parched. I've been yapping too much. Ugh. Eclectic says, I don't consider myself vegan, but I do eat vegan. Well, Mods Henderson, I know. Could somebody please? It's because my hands are all. I keep looking at my computer instead of at my camera. My hands are all covered in chicken nastiness, so I can't like just reach over and grab my thing. I don't want to contaminate it. I would just wish somebody could like hand me something with a straw and I just drink out of it. Making American ones, this sauce is ketchup. No, I'm not doing that. But yeah, it is tomato. It does have tomato stuff in there, tomato paste. Oops. Okay, so sometimes see it comes out the top, so you just kind of reach over and push it out. Whip them out, suck them up. Yep, exactly. We're just whipping them out, suck them up. If I don't lose steam, if I don't lose steam in streaming, I might show you guys how to cook them. Usually what I end up streaming is just the wrapping process, and then I get burned out, and then I turn off stream and then cook them. But who knows? Maybe we will. I think we will. I have faith. But yeah, my throat be dry. I recently started sleeping with a humidifier. I'm hoping that's gonna make things better. It's Utah. The Utah air is so dry, you guys. So my skin's always dry, my throat's always dry. So I'm hoping the humidifier will help. I think it's gonna take time before it actually, like, I notice changes, but I watched the new season of Bridgerton last night. Yes, I know. I deleted Netflix. I did. But then I got it again. A moment of weakness. To be fair, we're canceling our other okay, so we've decided that we're gonna have one subscription at a time. And so Netflix will be our one subscription for the month. So we're supporting the corporate overlords, just one of them, and not all of them. Anyway, it's okay to stop clean. Oh, thank you, Duncan. Thank you. You know what? I might do that. Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah. Thank you for the permission. I'm going to. I really need a drink. And also, like, I want to stop clearing my throat. It feels good to wash the chicken off my hands, too. It can get kind of overstimulating when you're... Because in the past, like, I've been really sensitive to, like, contamination. Like, I used to be an obsessive hand washer. I've mellowed out. Like, I would have to wash my hands, you know, every time something got on them, every time I'd go outside, even if I went out to just go get the mail, or like, if they just felt, like, every once in a while, they just start to feel dirty, and then I'd wash them off. Duncan just licks his clean. Oh, all the chicken flavor. Yeah, chicken tartare. Delicious. Mods, grant her permission to drink. Thank you for the permission. I just gulped that. Did you guys hear me gulp? I gulped it. You shouldn't gulp. You should take small sips for hydration. When I cook, I'm always washing my hands because, yeah, the sensory issue of having yeah, I get it. Yeah. Whenever I touch an egg, I need to wash my hands. Whenever I need to touch something with the flour, I wash my hands. Duncan says I keep a clean kitchen too, but my mouth is a cesspool. Sure, Duncan, sure. No. Duncan's mouth is pristine. You know what? If you would like to see more of Duncan's mouth, I would say you should check out his channel. He's got some ways that you can appreciate. Big gulps can cause blow up. When I'm thirsty, I'm gulping. Yeah, it happens. All right, my tea water's heating up. We're waiting for the water to heat up. We're almost done. Okay, how many dumplings have we got? Mods, I know, I don't have any you guys, I don't have any mods. That's the thing. That's the joke, is because I actually don't have any mods. Because I feel weird asking people to do that for free. Like, I won't be able to pay people to do that. So, okay. Shout out to Duncan. 37 maybe? Wait, what's 37? Oh, I literally, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 37, yes, you got it. Whip them out, suck them up. Check out Duncan's mouth. Very I try, although I'm not able to match Duncan's level of sexual energy, unfortunately. I need to learn. I need to learn from the best. One energy I've nailed is like awkward girl. And right after Valentine's Day. Yeah, oh yeah, I didn't ask how was everyone's Valentine's Day? We are in the mood over here. Good. I'm glad I support consent. I'm glad that we are consenting to this interaction. Okay, well, speaking of that, I did watch the new season of Bridgerton. My husband is always like, "Oh, are you watching your porn with plot?" And I'm like, listen, it is not... Whatever. You know what? Whatever. I like what I like. I like my show. I like my Bridgerton. I like my beautiful fancy parties and rich people. How do you even write the name of that show? So you write bridge, and then you write an R, and then you write ton. Better not be making any mistakes. Like I always got so pissed when people would say Downtown Abbey. I'd be like, yeah, I know you're not trying to say it. My husband would always say Downtown Abbey. Like, shut up. But just do it to piss me off, too. Thank you, Duncan. Yes. It's like Toys R Us. Bridge R ton. You're welcome. Anyways. I really enjoy this season. I think it's really good. It's only a half season, so we got another, but it's about class. It's about class. You know, the society, I'm not going to go into any spoilers. I won't spoil it, but they've solved racism. So that's cool. We love that. But they have not solved classism. And so there is a plot. There is a very interesting plot. Hi, Ivan. We're talking about Bridgerton. Team Firehorse. Hell yeah. I don't know what that means, but hell yeah. Oh, I mean the new year. Yes, Ivan. Yes. A Firehorse. Eclectic will need to explain to us what Firehorse means. I'm not sure. I have not heard of this before. Eclectic says, I'm pro porn without a plot and porn with a plot. So sign me up for it all. Yes. No, I like it because it's not really. It's like it. So it's classism. They're showing things from the perspective of the maids and of the like the footmen and the staff of the house, and how these big grand parties come to be. And I like that. There's a change in perspective. It's not just like this glamorous, like, oh, let's dress up for our nude party and we'll be fancy British people. And listen, I enjoy that as much as the rest of us. Like I enjoy me some nice Pride and Prejudice. I enjoy the what was the other one I watched? I watched North and South is good. Love it. Downton Abbey, is that the I don't know. Downtown. You better not say downtown in my chat again. How dare you? It is not downtown. It is downtown, Abby. Thank you. Yeah. I haven't seen the new Downton Abbey movie, unfortunately. I kind of fell off. They killed off like a really, really important character in one of the seasons, and it really pissed me off. because they built up a plot point for like 3 seasons. Sorry, spoiler. I didn't say who it was. Sorry. You guys were gonna go watch Downton Abbey? Sorry, I didn't. Well, anyway, I was really, really pissed because they built up this plot line for a really, really long time, for 3 seasons, and they killed off this freaking character like that, like nothing. And I was like, I'm not willing to endure the, like, Downton Abbey is the perfect, it's like they mastered the ratio of like the perfect amount of boring with like just enough drama to keep you interested. But like most of it's boring, I'm not gonna lie. Like it can get boring. I mean, it can get just like, what are we doing here? We're just like the longing and the that's not proper. That's not how we're supposed to. That's not how we do things. A lady shouldn't blah blah blah. And you shouldn't sleep with the servants or whatever. Or like it must be in fashion, so we have to wear this. There's only so much that I can handle, and so I get that they need drama. Like that one character that they killed off, that was not necessary. I think it was because that actor didn't want to be a part of the show anymore, so they were like, oh crap, okay, I guess we better kill him off. But they literally spent the past 3 seasons building it up. Sorry, everyone. Now that you're gonna go watch Downton Abbey, you're gonna know exactly who I'm talking about. You're gonna be mad. Ivan says, let's see. Why is Abby downtown? You're on thin ice, buddy. Sorry, I'm scrolling up to the comments. It means this year is going to be full of high pressure challenges and progress. And Ivan said, but that was last year. Wait, more challenges? Okay, well, I'm looking forward to progress though. I would like some progress. I would enjoy some progress. Rifa says, I'm going downtown to get some groceries. All right, I'm gonna ban that word now. I'm gonna ban it. I'm gonna go into my banned words. Put downtown in there. You can't say it. You can't say it ever again. Let's see. Let's see. Last year, the snake was for ending karmic cycles and shedding skin. Ooh, okay. I feel like I did some of that. Ivan says, in fact, all years were. Well, it depends on how you look at it. Spaghetti dumpling. No. So, okay. So, Ivan, there's chicken, there's Indian spices in here. And, spaghetti and butter dumplings. They're butter chicken dumplings. Butter chicken. I love butter chicken. It's so good. So it's like fusion. My family's a fusion family. So I'm making fusion food. Now, am I fused with anything that's related to Indian culture? No. But I don't think even is butter chicken Indian? I know tikka masala is British. That's not Indian. I think butter chicken is Indian. Although I am making a very non-Indian version of it. It's a vegan version, so it's coconut milk instead of cream butter. Actually, I will be using butter. So you know what? It's not vegan. I take it all back. Whoops. You can use vegan butter if you want. Just use vegan butter and then it'll be vegan. I don't have any vegan butter because I'm a filthy animal eater. I'm going to transition. We're going to transition into eating less animal products. It's going to happen. You know what? I bought some taquitos that are plant-based. Okay. So that's a start. They're made out of mushrooms. They got some mushrooms in them, and some, I don't know what else, black beans maybe? It's like, we need protein still. Black beans have protein, mushrooms have protein, so that should be okay. Let's see, things will be great when you're a banned word. Duncan says, it'll take you 20 minutes to ban that word because of the chicken hands and no mods. I know, I'll have to go wash my hands. I'll have to... Oh, you know what? I give up. I'm not even gonna try. It'll just make me feel sad. If you say downtown, now I'm just gonna like slip it up every time I use it. If you say that, you're just gonna make me feel sad. And do you want me to be sad? Ivan says, I used to live downtown, 129th Street. It's okay. You know what? I'm accepting it. It is what it is. If that's what the people want, if people want to use that word, then who am I to stop them? Shun the filthy animal eater. Refly just redeemed downtown on song request. This is what freedom feels like. Yep. Freedom. Freedom of speech. I have a couple banned words. I actually felt bad even typing them out, to be honest. Yeah, I do have a couple banned words. I forgot what they are, but I remember feeling uncomfortable when I was writing them. I was like, ooh. You know, there's some words that I don't even want to type out. I don't even want to. Yeah. Oh, is that an actual song? Oh, no way. I didn't know. Okay, we're almost done. We're almost done. We're almost halfway through. So this is only half of them, you guys. 50. 50 out of 100. By the way, for those who came in newly, we are talking about progress. Look, I've only got 2 left. Okay. We got another 50 in the fridge. We're talking about progress and how progress is very slow sometimes. And sometimes that can feel disappointing. You know, things just happen at a very slow pace. And sometimes you compare yourself to everybody else. And that's not good. Let's see. Did I have anything else I wanted to yap about in regards to that? Most of life is mundane, I think. Most of life is just grinding away. I mean, what makes transcendent moments truly transcendent is that they don't happen all the time, right? And so, like, you gotta have the boring stuff. You gotta have the stuff you slog through in order to appreciate the times that you don't. In order to appreciate the times that you're coasting. Ivan says, ever had super fast progress? I've experienced it. Ooh, tell me more. I feel like maybe like a couple years ago I had fast progress. It was back when I was doing, I was working on my mental health, and I was doing, every weekend I was doing a very intense therapy session, we'll call it that. And I was unlearning a lot of the things I had previously. I was like letting out all the sadness and trauma that I had held on to for years. And so I would say that was a moment of huge progress. And that was like 2 years ago, I want to say. 2 or 3 years ago. Like I literally cried until I couldn't cry anymore. And so now when I'm in that same headspace, I don't even cry anymore. because there's nothing left. I've emptied most of my pain out. I still experience pain, but I don't like store it up like I used to, and never let it out. Oh no, okay. My nose itches. Okay. Ivan says, I had very, very poor conversational skills. If someone said, hi, how's it going? I would treat it like a question. And I never asked the same of others. But then, I'm so interested to hear your story. I totally get it. I struggle a lot with social interactions. Most of the time, it usually goes pretty poorly. Unless I'm 100% fully focused on the content or like on paying attention in a conversation, I usually don't perform well. People usually catch me off guard with what they want to say, and I'm not ready. Okay, look, you guys, we're done. We're gonna get our other tray. We've got another tray. I'm putting this in the fridge, and then I'll be back. Don't worry. I'm very interested in your comment, Ivan. I'm just putting this in the fridge and washing my hands off. Okay, wait a minute. Where do I put this? There's my here's my other chicken. We've got this. That's gonna go in there. Oh, that's gonna fit. Hopefully. Oh my gosh, my fridge is so full. Oh no. Oh, come on, please. I don't want to touch anything because I got chicken hands. Hold on. Okay, get off of there. Get off. Salmonella be gone. Salmonella is banned from this chat. Salmonella is not welcome here. Do you ever get paranoid about when you wash your hands with chicken on them and they drip down onto the other dishes and you're like, oh, better make sure you clean those really well too, because those have been contaminated. They've been contaminated. Okay, you move over there. Now you go in there. There. Okay. We just played some Jenga. Oh wait, I'm gonna add some ice cubes to my tea so I can actually drink it. I haven't been able to drink this whole time. What the fuck was that? Oh. Actually, Eclecte, it's kind of windy here too. I think something was tipped over. Outside. That was spooky. I just heard it like a really loud thumping noise. Something fell over. Okay. I think I'm fine. Okay. So Ivan said, after reading a book about sales, I tried treating it like protocol instead of a literal question. My ability to talk to people improved massively in the space of a month. You know, Ivan, this reminds me of something, I don't know if you said it or somebody said it, of where, like, small talk is certain people's way of just, like, assessing if you are somebody that they want to engage with or not. So, like, something that always holds me back is, like, when people start asking me small talk questions, I check out. I'm like, I'm gone. I don't care. Like, you start asking me about the weather or about, like, so what do you do? I, like, instantly decide that you're a boring person and I don't want to talk to you. And I feel bad because that's not what they mean by that. But I have this judgment in my head that, you know. And so I'm trying to, like, reframe it and be like, it's not because they're boring people. It's not because they're, you know, it's because this is just their way of assessing whether you're cool or not, right? And, like, this is just their way of, like, because when what I would ideally want people to do is, like, start talking about their hyperfixations immediately. I would just want them to tell me about what their passion, like something they're really passionate about, or like yap about something they thought was really cool and really interesting, or like ask like a philosophical question. Let's just like dive right in. I'm like, let's skip all the bullshit. Okay, I don't care about like you work in a freaking boring office and like you're asking me questions that after 1 second you're gonna forget exactly what I said. So it's an absolutely pointless conversation. Like you probably don't even remember my name, you know, like, so okay, we're letting that go. But that's what's going in the back of my mind the whole time people are trying to make small talk with me. It's like, wow, this is absolutely pointless and boring and I hate it. Okay. So we're gonna put that down. Got a new parchment paper. Let me get but I need to let go of my arrogance because, you know, I'm arrogant, right? I believe I'm better and my way of doing things is better. And that's not necessarily true, okay? That's not true. I'm not better than anyone else, okay? They just do things in a certain way and I do things in a certain way. And maybe if everyone is deserving of my love and attention, and people just ask for it in ways that kind of give me the ick. And that's the thing, I need to get over the ick. Because at the end of the day, fundamentally, everyone is valuable and intelligent and has rich, complex lives, and that are not displayed in just one little interaction of, oh, what do you do? What's your job? So what do you do? If I ever answer that question with like my hobby, people are kind of taken aback. They're like, whoa, that's not what I asked. I mean, what do you do for money? And I'm like, I don't want to answer that question. Can I not answer that question, please? Fuck, for fuck's sake. Okay. We've got look at our beautiful little stack. Look at here. You see that? I always get the pre-made version because I simply cannot. How do you contribute to society? No, listen, I would love, well here. If somebody asked me that question, I would love that. I would love to have that. I would love to ask that question, and I would love them to ask me that question. Because like we're getting at the meat of what we're talking about. And yes, I agree with you that like not everything's about money. And I'm also skeptical of that. And where like people only care about the value, the economic value, the financial value you provide. Like, yes, I don't like that. But like, I guess what I'm meaning is like, I'm tired of all the bullshit of getting to the actual meaning. What do you mean? When you're asking me this question, what do you actually mean by it, right? That's what I have a problem with, is that people do not say what they're actually meaning. They're saying it's like all these formalities and niceties and politeness and I had to explain what politeness was to my ESL, in my English class. And basically the way I just described it was, okay, so you need to swallow your humanity. You need to swallow all that emotion and all that, you know, everything you care about passionately. You need to swallow that down. Okay, we're back to the swallowing. And you need to say less of what you actually think and more of what you don't actually think, right? We're talking about, what was the specific grammar point we're talking about? We're talking about, when giving suggestions about how, like, you can say, should, or, so we're talking about modal verbs, right? So, should, must are the top ones. So like, you must do this. That's 100% certainty, right? But then like, if you want to give advice or suggestion, you should, instead you could say, you could say, you might say, you may. So it goes from the top to bottom. It's like must, should, can, could, may, might. Might is at the lowest, right? And it's the most polite, right? Because when you say like, you might want to bring an umbrella. You might want to, okay? You might want to do this. You're not like saying it directly. It's very indirect. It's very like, you could or you couldn't. You could or you couldn't. It's up to you. You're giving the ownership back to them. So anyway, that was a long tangent, but we're talking about politeness in ESL. Okay. Ivan says, not just greetings, across the board. So across the board, you treat everything as a protocol instead of a literal question. Yeah, taking things literally. Yeah, because people don't usually mean things literally, right? Ivan, I'm so glad that you were able to make improvements, because like I would have never been able to tell. Like you are so charismatic on your stream. I mean, I applaud you. Good job. Great job. Well, I guess I know that like coming across on stream is one way, and like being in conversation with people is another, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Hopefully. Please like me. Okay, Eclectic said, I still struggle with answering. How are you doing? Honestly. Rather than seeing it as kind of small talk, which most people use it as. Yeah. I had a phase where I did answer that truthfully. And I think I scared people by doing that. Like, I'd be honest. I'd be like, I'm not doing so well. And people would be like, whoa, that's not what I was asking. I'm not equipped to deal with your emotions, lady. Yikes, you know. I learned that it's not appropriate to actually say how you're thinking, you're feeling. You're just supposed to say, I'm good, how are you? And if you're feeling bad, you can just say, I'm okay. I'm okay. Right? That's like that's where you say like, there might be something wrong. But, or like, I'm stifling, like I'm stifling, I don't know. For laughter, it's okay. I don't know about for misery. I'm like swallowing some of my misery down. Like, I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. Anyway. There must be something happening on our side of the map. Ivan says, yes, it felt extremely awkward to not take it literally. Awkwardness. But I adapted in a surprisingly short time. Wow. Congratulations. Do you feel like you have to, Ivan, do you feel like you had to sacrifice a part of yourself to do that? Like, do you feel like you have to sacrifice who you are? Or are you just like, this is what I want. What I want to be is someone who's good at having conversations, and so I'm willing to make sacrifices. Ivan said, oh, sorry guys, there's going to be an ad coming up soon. Actually, you know what? During the ad, I think I'm going to go for a pee break. I'm going to be very careful not to bring my mic with me. Okay, we're putting that to memory. We're not bringing your mic to the bathroom to pee. This is not that kind of stream. Okay, so, all right. I'll be right back. Don't worry, I'm gonna read the rest of the comments when I'm back, but I'm gonna go pee. Okay. I'll see you in a second. All right, my friends, I'm back. Oh, you are probably not back from the ads yet. Sorry. I'll wait. Ivan has Prime though. I can talk to Ivan. Ivan said, if you try to steer it to something more interesting and they don't follow, then I judge them. Okay. Delayed judgment. Okay. I can get behind that. Delaying my judgment. Nice. I like that concept. My collector says if they can't move past face value conversations, it'll be the last conversation I have with them. All right. The ick haunts me. One could ask, what are you passionate about? Oh yeah. Although it might take the person some time to think about their answer, right? The type of social engagement that I prefer to have is usually like one-on-one, or like, I like the Twitch setting because everybody gets their chance to say their piece, right? Because like the questions I like, the small talk questions are just like back and forth, like ping pong, right? Like, how are you? I'm fine. And you? What do you do for work? I work in finance. What about you? Oh, I work as a lawyer. And then the conversation's over, right? So, but when you're talking about like, what are you passionate about? It does take a lot of mental work and energy and thinking. And most social contexts are not set up for that, right? So like, I get that there's times and places where like it's hard because like a lot of the small talk occurs in a loud space with a lot of people. Maybe you got a drink in your hand, right? And you're yelling over everybody else. And so you're not really able to talk about anything of substance. And so I get like, there's a time and place. So I do get that. And like, let's see. Reflex says, I'm going to meet a lot of people more and more in the following weeks. And the first thing in deeper conversation other than, hi, good morning, will be, what are your hobbies? How do you relax after work? Okay. Well, I like that question. By the way, okay, you guys, I have a side tangent. This is... I don't know if I should talk. Okay, I don't know if I... Sometimes I wonder, like, is this a topic I should talk about on Twitch live? Probably not, but I'm going to say it anyway. This is for all the ladies in chat. This is for all the women in chat. Biological women. Do we have any... And nobody has to answer this, because this is kind of a private question. No one has to answer, but with your answer, if you have an answer, if you could please DM me on Discord. Does anybody have, because I'm trying to... Okay, never mind, I'm not going to ask it. Never mind, I'm not going to. I changed my mind. That's... Oh my god, okay. No, we shouldn't be embarrassed about these things. These are normal things. Okay, you know what? We should not be afraid to talk about these things. Does anybody have any recommendations for... Does anyone have any recommendations? Oh, hello, follower. Thank you for following. Oh, this is the perfect time to talk about something very controversial. Ask, I'll answer. Well, you don't have to answer. Does anybody have any recommendations for like eco-friendly panty liners? Hello, Scar. Welcome to our... Okay, listen, because I am trying to be eco-friendly. I am trying to reduce my waste, okay? I'm trying to reduce the amount of plastic waste that I am creating, right? And so for women, one of the biggest creators of waste is feminine hygiene products. So like pads, tampons, panty liners. I don't know. I feel embarrassed by it. This is why we should talk about it, okay? because, like, okay, so a ton of plastic, a ton of trash, right? So I recently transitioned to using a cup. And listen, different women have different preferences, and it's really up to a woman to decide. And so that's not a thing. I recently switched to panty liners that are like biodegradable or like made of eco-friendly materials. But like, are there any of them out there that do not disintegrate over time? Can they? I know they're biodegradable, okay, but can they not be actively biodegrading as I'm using it? Like, anyway, that's what I had to say. This is a very important issue because it's important. Scar, I hope you're doing fantastically. Welcome. We're making dumplings. Xinyan Kuai Happy Chinese New Year. We're also talking about small talk, but we had a little tangent, a little aside. It's very important. Oh, you use reusable ones. Okay, I thought about trying to do that. Yeah, I use a cup, which actually I really enjoy, I really love. Basically, it's like a silicone cup. All you gotta do is boil it. Actually, if you watch The Last of Us, for the apocalypse, women, I would recommend if the apocalypse ever happens, have a cup on hand because it's sanitary. As long as you boil it, it's sanitary, and you can use it for like, I feel like decades. I feel like you can use it for the life of the, like, for your life. So I would highly recommend. So I know in that show, do you boil it with the blood inside? It's like some kind of blood. Oh my god. No, you rinse it out. Okay. And sometimes I use soap too. Be careful because we have a vampire in chat. Yeah. No, you rinse it out in the sink usually. And then you, like, I sometimes use soap to clean it out. And then you boil it. So, no, you do not boil it with everything. But can I make a confession? I'm going to make a confession that's going to really bother people. Have I used the same... oh, dang it, I need the counsel with me, the secret counsel. Where's the secret counsel? I don't have it. With the microphone and everything. This is a confession. My confession is that, have I used the same... Hold on, I'm embarrassed now. Have I used the same pan for my Diva cup as for my lattes in the morning? Yes, I have. I have used it. Okay, I have used the same pan for my Diva cup as I do for making my lattes in the morning. And yeah, I'm not proud of it, but it is what it is. It's boiled. It's boiled. It's just a bit more iron. You'll be fine. Right. Mods added to the wiki. Oh god. No. Yeah. I'm not proud of it, but it is what it is. When I have a limited amount of pans in my house, okay? And it boils, it's sterilized. The water boils it, okay? I know it's just like a psychological thing. But when I told my husband about it, everything bothered him. He's like, you haven't made a latte for me with that pan, have you? I'm like, you're doing great. Just add a bit more iron. True. Okay, true. Anyways, sorry, we can return to our small talk conversation. I just felt like I had to share that. Very important piece of information. Oh, goodbye, Ivan. Yes, please do what you need to do. Oh, shoot. Then I'll have to discuss with him later his comments when he comes back. Eclectic says, I have literally never asked someone what they do for work. People's careers are typically not something I care about. I want to know people on a deep level, not how they make money. Yeah, me too. I don't care. I don't care how you make money, really. Well, I mean, if you make money in an unethical way, then I do care. I do care about that. But I don't think people would just outright tell you if they make money in an unethical way. It's something you have to discover. I haven't had 30 years practice. Refly has surpassed the ads. Oh shit. She talked about meeting an older man. Me? Yeah, I did. I know. I don't know why I have shame. Sometimes I just the shame is stronger some days than it is in others. The LDS sure did some brainwashing. Yep, that's a real thing. If anybody ever doubts that, use me as proof, okay? Yep, use me as proof. Sometimes I feel separated from it for too long, from where I came from. I don't spend a lot of time with my parents, and I become comfortable in my life, and I forget how it was, how things were in the past, and then I go back and I visit, and I'm like, oh, right, okay, I did experience this. Oh, right, this is how people think. Actually, unironically, I'm not just blowing things out of proportion. Because sometimes I like to convince myself that I blow things out of proportion. Don't do that. Trust yourself. Accept yourself. It starts with you. It really does. It starts with you. You need to accept yourself.
Accept yourself.
Thank you.
Oops. It starts with you. It starts with you.
I wonder how that guy's doing these days. I wonder if he's doing all right. The dancing guy. And I shared on my Discord the original video for that. I wonder if it shocked anybody. He did that performance art for a while. I'm not sure if he's still doing it or not. Interesting individual for sure. I just remember him from the Vine. It's that one popular Vine. But the message is true. The message is true. You need to accept yourself. Eclectic says, I avoid silicone personally, but the reusable pads have been really suiting me. Different people have different reasons for avoiding certain substances, certain things they put into their body. For me, I don't personally mind it. But yeah, that's just what I prefer. For me personally, I just do not like pads. I never have. I don't enjoy them, how they feel. Maybe I just never had the right ones or something, but I prefer everything to just stay in there until I decide when it all comes out. I thought it was going to be really disgusting. I really did. When I first got the Diva cup, I thought it was going to be really, really gross. But actually it's not that bad. It's not as traumatizing as one might think, except when you accidentally drop it on the floor. Then it can be really traumatizing. You're like, oh my God. I didn't know. Sorry for those who are squeamish. I won't go into details. Let's see. So they're super easy to wash. You know what? For panty liners, I might end up doing reusable ones. Okay. Just like cloth ones. Yeah, because then I can wash them. Because like my garbage fills. This is my biggest source of garbage. My biggest source of garbage is these panty liners. I wear them every day, sometimes multiple of them a day. For women, if you know, you know. Like women, we need. Some of us, in order to feel clean, we need this, right? So, but it creates so much waste. I have to empty my trash like multiple times a week, and it's full. And it's just full of all this product. So yeah, I did transition to the biodegradable ones, but when they actively biodegrade while you're wearing it, that's not a fun experience, in my opinion. The collector says, I never used to use pads. I was a tampon girl until I started getting really sick from using them, so I switched to pads. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I've never been a fan of tampons, really. The toxic shock syndrome always kind of scared me. The idea of that in the back of my head, like it was like a ticking time bomb. Like, okay, I can't leave this in, you know. I can't leave this in for more than 8 hours or something. Can't leave it in overnight. I need to be really careful because this could, right? Like with the cup, there's no risk. Well, there's I don't know if you could say there's no risk, but there's almost no risk of having toxic shock syndrome, and you can leave that thing in for 12 hours. You can leave it in for 12 hours. It's excellent. Oh, when I made the transition, oh my God, it was beautiful. I could wear it the whole day. I go to work, and it was when I still had a job, at like a 9-to-5 job. I would just go to work, not even have to think about it once. You can go to the bathroom with it in. It just stays in there. It's not even on my mind. Like sometimes I even forget. I forget that I'm on my period sometimes, and that's a good thing. I like that. So, but yeah, I understand different people have different differences. I used to go through close to 6 pads a day with normal pads, and my periods last about 10 days. Oh Jesus! Oh man, I'm sorry. I experienced something similar when I was a teenager. When I was going through puberty, I had really, really heavy periods that would last mine would last like I would say like 8 to 10 days and be really, really heavy and painful too, really painful. But it's crazy. I don't know what happened, what I did, if my hormones are different now, or if I did something to balance my hormones now, but I have almost no pain at this point. It's crazy. When I went off of hormonal birth control, while I was on hormonal birth control, I was having pain. It's interesting because a lot of women go on it to have less pain, but I had more pain. And since going off of it, it's almost like it's not even happening. Genuinely, I'm very happy with, unless I eat like something really salty, something really bloaty, then I might start to feel some pain. But besides that, almost nothing. So I'm very grateful for that. But I do know how it feels to have the cramps be so bad that you're literally vomiting. I've had them so bad that I've been vomiting. I've had vasovagal syncope, like where you're literally passing out and vomiting. I was watching, there was a streamer who was doing a period pain simulator, and it was funny to see his reactions. It's always funny to see like biological men, like their reactions to the pain simulator, right? Because they're like, whoa, this is really intense. And all the women in the chat are like, yeah, it is. See, this is what we've been experiencing. And he could barely handle it. He was he was playing it up, obviously, but it was very entertaining to watch. But Yeah, that pain of where it feels like you're being stabbed in the abdomen over and over with a fork. And then you're just supposed to like continue with your day. You're supposed to just, have a good night, refly. Sleep well. See you next time. You're supposed to just continue on with your day as you're being actively stabbed with a fork in your abdomen. Okay. Women, biological women are strong, powerful. The amount of times I've passed out while vomiting. I feel your pain, although I've only experienced it twice. I'd say I've only experienced it twice in my life, so I've had it easy. I'm sorry you've had to experience it multiple times. That's rough. That's really rough. And then you just have to get up and keep going. And that is what makes women so resilient and so powerful. They are able to endure so much pain. I think that we are biologically developed to be able to endure more pain. It would make sense, right? Because of childbirth. Doesn't mean that it doesn't feel bad. Doesn't mean that don't get me wrong. Doesn't mean it doesn't feel really bad. But I feel like our tolerance for pain is much, much higher. Okay, we're like halfway done with this batch, and then after we're done with this, we're starting to run out of time, dude. I gotta get these cooked, man. I think after this, I'm gonna try working on the sauce, and then we're gonna cook them, hopefully, and then we're gonna go. Should I wear this shirt to this shirt to the party? Seems like a very nice shirt. Obviously, don't worry, I'm gonna button it up. I'm not gonna have my crop top underneath. It might be a bit scandalous for my elderly mother-in-law. You think you should wear it? Like, thank you. Yeah, okay, I'll wear it. I never know what to wear. I never know what to wear to these things because, my husband likes that I wear this type of clothing. I like that I wear this type of clothing, but then it can get kind of awkward when I show up and I'm wearing like a cheapao or something and no one else is. And so it's like, oh, okay, so the white girl is wearing that and nobody else is. That's, okay. So usually I just wear a regular dress. This is not overtly Chinese. Well, kind of is. It's a delicate balance. I want to be very respectful and appreciative. My husband always, my husband is the judge. He's the one who's Chinese, and he gives me permission. He says, "Yep, you can wear that. Yep, you should wear that." So I use him as the final say. Get what you're saying. Balance is good. We gotta lock in. We gotta get into dumpling flow state for real. I've been doing these dumplings so slowly. The speed at which people actually wrap dumplings is much, much faster than this. I just like taking my time. Is that I don't have the exact perfect technique. I think if you perfect the technique, then that makes you be able to do it a lot faster. And also if you've been doing it for, years or something. Like all the people who work in Chinese restaurant who just day in, day out, that's what they do, right? They're going to be a lot faster at it than you are. You've seen dumplings being made and it's so, yeah, exactly. And because I'm doing pan fried, they have to be a specific shape. So if I was doing wontons, I could just kind of like crumple it up in a ball and press it like that, and that'd be fine. But I want them to sit upright because I'm I want the bottoms to be crispy. I want the bottom to be flat and crispy. So that's why they have to be this specific shape. It's all about the crispiness. You gotta make sure. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to be able to film everything else. We'll see. So these take like, I want to say only like 10 minutes to cook, so not that long. I have to leave here in 2 hours. So I got 2 hours to get everything done. Oh. Hey, but I'm pretty happy I haven't ripped any of these other like wrappers yet. That's pretty nice. Yeah, it's better to not be late. Yeah. Although, let's see, my husband's family, I would say they're more on time than other families I've seen. My family usually arrives like right on time, or they'll start like 10 to 15 minutes late than what they planned. I want to say my husband's family is kind of similar, but depending on the culture, because I know like Brazilian culture, when I was living in Brazil, it was like you'd say the party is at 7 and then everybody shows up at 8, right? So everybody shows up an hour later than what you said. This is not that kind of party. Well, it's not even really party. It's just like a little dinner, a little gathering. I'm guessing there's going to be a ton of food. I'm guessing we're going to be having the broadcast from the Chinese New Year show, straight from CCTV. Because they have a really impressive. If you guys have ever seen the performances, the TV special that they do it from China, they do like dancing, singing. It's a huge event in like this huge theater. Food is going to be delicious. Yeah, I think so. I don't know what we're going to be eating tonight. I know that some of the stuff you're supposed to eat is yozi, which is pomelo. My favorite fruit. Don't worry, I peeled some pomelo. We got some pomelo ready. I forget why you're supposed to eat that. Sometimes you can eat fish. Fish is a good thing to eat. And then you're supposed to save a little bit of fish on New Year's Eve dinner. You're supposed to save some fish. Like nobody eats it. Set it aside. So in Chinese you would say 生一点鱼, and then there's like a Chinese saying that is 天天有余, 天天有余. And it's like something about like bringing in money, bringing in prosperity. Pomelo symbolizes prosperity and good health. Ah, okay. More knowledgeable than me. I learned this at one point in my Chinese class, but I forgot. There's only so much information my brain can store at one time. Oh crap, you know what? I think we're gonna bring that red envelope and give it to my niece and nephew. Oh, we don't have enough. Oh crap, I didn't even think about that. My husband should be on top of this. He should have been thinking about this. Oh, for frick's sake. He always leaves me to think about it. And I'm like, this is your family. This is not my family. But okay, so I think we're gonna stop at Chinatown, which is gonna be absolutely packed, by the way, and get a red envelope, a second red envelope, because we're not going to the Chinese party without red envelopes for the nieces and nephews. I'm glad I remembered. Eclectic says, I just have a huge passion for culture, so I've done a lot of research about Chinese New Year throughout the years. Nice. Asian culture is the most important to me. I know you can't go without the envelopes. I know, he really thought. My husband's one of those people who just thinks you can show up to things. Show up. Don't need to bring anything. Okay. We've had some recent discussions about what a mental load means. I think we've been making some progress there. I feel like this is often a point of explanation for couples. It's like, what is a mental load? Because like, I'll ask him to do things. I'm sure he has things that he complains about with me. Oh, he definitely does. Where it's like, I'll ask him to do something and I need it to be done right now. I need it to be done now. And so that I can remove it off of my mental load, you know? Mental load is something where like you've got a lot of things you're thinking about and it's preventing you from being able to do certain tasks because you're so overwhelmed by everything you have to do, right? And so sometimes when you ask your partner, like, hey, can you please do the dishes for me? Or, oh, hey, can you please do the laundry for me? Or move this thing for me? And you're wanting it done right now. It's because you would like for it to be off your mental load. So you can focus on other things. We have mental load discussions in our house often, so I get it. Yeah. Yeah, it's important to have these kind of discussions. Especially if you live with somebody. So it's a lot better than not talking about it. You always need to talk. Communication is so important. All right, you guys. It's feeling like I'm gonna have to not film the sauce preparation. I'm so sorry. I'm feeling the energy get drained out of me. I don't think I'll be able to. I don't think I'll be able to with all the time and everything. But we'll finish these dumplings. Thank you. We'll finish these dumplings, and I'll just basically I'll explain the process to you. And I've filmed the whole process before. Basically, you've got an onion. You chop an onion. You cook it up in some olive oil, and then you blend it with coconut milk. And then you add tomato paste to it. And then you add like a bunch of Indian spices to it. And that's it. You add like some garam masala, which is like, no, you add some fenugreek leaves on top as like a garnish to make it kind of like that pop of green. And then that's it. And then with the dumplings, you just put them all in a pan. And you put them in there on like medium-high heat. You put like a cup of water in there, and then you steam them for like 3 minutes. Like you put the lid on, you let it boil, steam them for 3 minutes, and then take the lid off, and then let the water cook off, and then cook it off until it starts to crisp on the bottom. And then once it gets crispy on the bottom, that's when it's done. And the time that it took to steam and crisp is the time that it'll take for the chicken to cook. Sometimes I get worried about like cooking it for long enough, especially with chicken. But it seems like a, long enough time. Yeah, the crispy bottom. They do it really well in the street food. So when I was in Chongqing, they had this huge street food street, and They had a bunch of pan-fried dumplings there, and their pan-fried dumplings are like really little tiny ones. Oh my God, they're so good. So crispy. Tomorrow, I'm not sure if I'll be able to stream tomorrow because I've got to prepare my lesson plan and everything. We'll see. We've got one more week of kind of not having full energy streams, but we'll try our best. And then after next week, I'm hoping that they'll have the new English teacher and I'll be able to go back to my regular routine. Because I got some things I want to start implementing. I want to take my shroom walks, like the wizard walks. I've got a walking pad and everything, so we're gonna take some walks. Back to our normal schedule. Yep, hopefully. Unless they say, "Oh, sorry, we need you to stay on for another week or so," then I'll stay, I guess. Because they genuinely don't have anybody else to help, so. And then my students will ask me again for the 20th time why I'm not. My students keep asking me why I'm not going to be their teacher, and it's such a complex answer to that question. I might have mentioned it earlier, but it's a fine line between teacher and student, like how much to reveal of your like true thoughts and intentions. So they keep asking me, why don't you tell them because they're bad people? Oh, okay, thank you, Sam. That's what I should say. Okay, I think I did talk about this on stream. So I'm just gonna say, like, it doesn't align with my schedule. It doesn't work with my schedule. Yeah, Sam, sometimes I forget what I've already yapped about on stream and what I haven't. Okay, last dumpling, you guys. This is the very last one. Here we go. The 100th dumpling. Don't look at Hello, friends. Can you hear me? It might have been really loud. Okay, we'll whisper. We'll talk very quietly. Okay, we're gonna have to turn off our music. We're using our laptop audio, so it's gonna be really crispy. That's okay because we just finished. So we went so long that my microphone battery died. Hi, Patrick. Patrick, we just finished our 100 dumplings. I'm so sorry. My microphone died, so we're gonna be ending the stream. Yeah, it's crispy. It's totally crispy as hell. I'm like backing. I'm seeing it just go red, 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 like the audio measuring. So that's great. That's what it's supposed to do. It's just red. Okay. thank you everyone for being here and witnessing me. I'm sorry we weren't able to continue the with the rest of the dumpling recipe, but I'll see you next time. And of course, as always, Happy New Year. Yes, 新年快乐. Yes, have a good New Year. Enjoy yourself. Um, and yeah, okay. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye. Thanks, Ivan. Thanks for being here, Ivan. It was really nice of you. Thanks, Eclecte. Thank you. I'm sorry, Patrick. Goodbye. Bye, Sam.